Hi everybody, welcome back to part 4 of the Mosrite Ventures tribute build. It's a bit of a mouthful. Now what we're doing today is a little bit more work on the actual neck and fretboard. Now I did lose a little bit of footage, so I apologise for that, but I'll talk you through exactly what we've done. First of all, what we've done is we've actually taken the frets out of the fretboard. Now the reason for that was that the frets that were in there were a little bit wider than what I wanted, and I did actually have some narrower frets in stock, so I want quite small frets on this. So I decided to take the frets out, and that would also make it easier to redo the inlays, which I was going to do anyway. So the frets were taken out, the mother of toilet seat plastic inlays were removed by drilling them out, and the new inlays were inlaid. Now to actually glue those in, I've used black epoxy. And then I've gone over the top of those with a little bit of super glue just to fill any occlusions. After that, we've sanded it all back to the correct radius, and then we're refretting, which is what we're doing now. Now some of the processes of refretting, first of all you have to make sure that the fret slots are nice and clean and clear, and then what I do is round the fret wire to a radius that's a little bit tighter than the actual fretboard. So if you had a 9.5 inch radius fretboard, it usually would make it around about 12 inches. Start again, that's reversed. If you had a 12 inch fretboard, you want your radius about 9.5. Oh dear. Anyway, you want a tighter radius. The reason for that is that when you put it into the actual fretboard, it seats better. So that's why you need a tighter radius on the fret wire. Okay, so I then put a little bit of, not super glue. Some people do use super glue actually in the fret slots, but I use Titebond. So a little bit of Titebond in the fret slot, and then hammer those frets home, and then just clean it up with a little bit of a rag dipped in a little bit of water. I tend to use the Titebond because it is water, it's a water cleanup, whereas it's a little bit messier if you're using CA glue or super glue. So this just gives you an idea what they look like as they've gone in. Now the other thing we've done too is that we've changed the shape slightly of the headstock up here. So I've put a little bit of a chamfer on either side of the headstock, just right up there, right up the top of the neck. Now the reason for that is that the neck itself, or the headstock itself, looks fairly wide, and the neck is wider than a standard Mosrite. So just by putting that chamfer, sort of thins it down a little bit. Here we're having a look at the new inlays. These are a green turban inlay, and they've got a slight greenish sort of tinge to them, but they're quite nice on a dark fretboard. Now we will come back at a later stage and address the fret ends. They haven't been done as yet, they're a little bit uneven, but that'll be done when we actually do the fret dressing as well. Now onto the body, there's a few changes that have been made. The first most obvious one is it's been undercoated. The second one is that we've actually filled in the bridge pickup with some timber. Now the reason for that, it was routed for a humbucker, and we're going to be using a single coil size humbucker. And the other thing is that the new pickguard that we have is not going to cover over the hole that would be left there. So it's been filled with a new piece of timber, and then it's had the undercoat put over the top again, and then we'll reroute it for the correct size pickup. So that's about it for the day. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon in the next video. So next Sunday we'll have another one out for you. Bye for now.